Hello friends, welcome to Online Web Tutor. I am Sanjay. In this video, we'll see a very interesting topic of CodeIgniter 4, and that will be a complete discussion about application logs. If I back to editor, so this video is going to cover all the basics concept of creating application logs inside CodeIgniter 4. Back to slide. So here we will cover first of all about its definition, that what is an application log. Next we'll see types of logs available inside CodeIgniter 4. Then we'll see all about our application log settings. And finally we'll see a very basic concept about creating an application log inside CodeIgniter 4. So let's start with its definition. So log is a type of file inside application which basically stores a pattern, activities or operations activities of an application. By the help of that file, we can see all about our ongoing operations inside that application. And inside CodeIgniter 4, if we are talking about types of logs, so there are several types of logs available called alert, information, error, notice and many more. So to see and understand all about our logs type, let's go back to our editor, go inside app, config. I will open logger.php file. Inside this logger.php file, which is the very basic file to configure or set up our log settings. So inside this class logger, now we can see that here we have threshold options available. And these are our log types. So log types basically actually logs all about our emergency messages, alert messages, critical messages, runtime errors, warnings, exceptional occurrences, notices, info, debug, and if we set all about this 9-number flag, it means it basically debug or logs all of these application logs. So these are types of log labels, or we may say that these are log types. By the help of that we can log our application log. So if I go back to slide, so here let's write a single line description here. So log is a type of file by which we can write application activities, operations, patterns, etc. Now if you're talking about types of logs, so we have seen that inside our logger.php, which is a settings file, inside that we can log some warning messages, some type of errors, notices, info, alert and many more. Now if you're talking about the third point, that is all about log settings. So to work with application log inside CodeIgniter 4, first thing first, we need to do some settings inside by the help of this logger.php. So this logger.php or settings files is available inside this app folder. Inside this app, here we have a config folder, and inside this config folder we can see logger.php. So by the help of that we can do some basic settings. Scroll down. So here we have our first variable called threshold. By the help of that we can put all about our log label flag. Here if environment equals to production, then fourth value will be used. It means that it will go and log runtime errors. In case of development mode, it will use 9 value. It means all messages will be logged. But in some cases, at some point, we want our own custom messages, that we don't want all messages. We only need call 1, 2, 3, 4, something called emergency messages, alert messages, critical messages. So on the basis of these flags, how we can log our own messages. So for that, we need to do a setting here for this threshold flag. So I will go and remove that. Create an array. Instead of a square bracket, let's array function. So inside this array, look at here, also example available. So in this array, we can pass all about our log label value. So for example, if we want to set alert messages, so 2 will be passed, comma. Then if we want to log some, let's say critical messages, log value equals to 3. In case some runtime errors, or let's say 5, 6 and 7. So if I pass 5, 6, 7, it means that these threshold values, these log labels will be used and application will log only these values. And apart from these values, application will not log any type of messages of this 8th number ID means 8th number value called debug. Here 4 is missing means application will not log runtime errors and so on. So these are the values we are instructing our application that these values will be used as a log label types. Scroll down. So here we have datetime format. So once we create any log file inside application, it will use such type of date timestamp value. If I scroll down, here next we have handlers. So inside these handlers we can see that these messages will be logged by this application. Next we have file extension, file permission, and this is all about a path. So by default, when we create any log for this application, it will go and store inside this writable, inside this logs folder. But we want that all the logs should be stored inside this public folder. So in that case, we need to pass here the folder name called public. Now once we create any log file, it will go and save inside this public folder. So let's quickly create a log and see that how to create inside CodeIgniter 4. So I will go inside our app folder, controllers. Let's open any of the controller. So I will open site controller.php. Let's remove this defined method from here. So public function, and let's say create my log. And in this method, I will use a helper function of CodeIgniter 4 called log_message. So if I will use log_message, now we can see that in IntelliSense that first we need to pass our log label type and second string message. So in the first value, what is log label? So if we go inside logger.php again, so here go inside comment section. So here called alert messages, critical messages. So these are our log label type. So it's better go inside site controller, hover over this function, press Ctrl and press or simple click on that function. Now you will be redirected into this common.php file. Now you can see log labels are emergency, alert, critical, error, warning, notice, info and debug. So these are log labels. So in our application, we are instructing that we want to log second number value, it means alert message. So for alert messages, we need to use the log label type as alert. Go here inside controller file. So the first value will be alert. In the second, we need to pass a log label message. So let's say that this is only a alert message to test. Now we have done all about with this alert message. Now next we want to log, let's say for this third number value called critical messages. So for critical, if we go here inside common.php, now we can see that log label value equals to critical. Go inside controller. First let's copy all about this log label value. Go here, let's choose log_message. And inside here we need to pass our log label value type and second value will be the message. So this is a sample critical type message. Now let's log one more message type here. So I will go inside logger.php. So here we have fifth number value. So this is a warning. Go to common.php. If I check all about log label value type, so it is warning. So I will copy this value, go inside site controller. So it will be log_message. This is label type and let's write this is a test message as an warning. Now if we save these changes, let's go inside our app folder, config folder. I will open routes.php. Now inside this, let's create a route for that method. So routes get method, let's say my -log, and or as simple as that, create -my-log, and it will call site controller, and from site controller I will use the method called create my log. So scope resolution operator and the method name. So all we have done all about route setup. Now next we need to start our development server. So PHP Spark serve, press enter. It will start the development server of this CI4 application. To access application, I will go and click open link. So here we have our landing page. I will go and let's copy this route. And if I go and check inside public folder, so here we have a log file available, and the naming convention is public log hyphen this is datetime value dot log. If I go / typing our URL, pressing enter, no output, but when we go inside our public folder, now we can see that on the value of date value, it has created one more log file inside public folder, and we can see public log hyphen date value dot log. Click on that file. Now we can see that we have logged alert message, critical message, and warning message. Go back to site controller. So by the help of this method, create my log of this site controller by using this log level type called alert, critical, and warning. Now we can see that successfully we have logged and created a log file inside this CodeIgniter 4 application. So this is all about a very basic concept video about creating logs as well as managing logs of CodeIgniter 4. One more thing, in case if you want to change the naming convention of this log file, you need to put your name convention right here inside this logger.php. By default it has created public log hyphen this is the date value. So if you want something another type of date format, you can put here. So successfully, by the help of this video, now we have seen all about the basics concept of log, how to create and manage inside CodeIgniter 4. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.